Welcome back, traders. Hope all of you guys are doing well and had an amazing weekend. In this video, I'll be breaking down some setups I have for you guys. Before we get into it, I just want to say I will be updating these setups on a day-to-day basis. And on top of that, I'll be sharing new analysis as well as the week progresses. Also, I'll be sending out a signal when I feel it is completely safe and when is the best time to execute on these said setups. All right, so let's just get into it, and I'll leave the link in the description for you guys to join. So the first setup I want to share with you guys is on USD CAD. Now, starting off on the weekly time frame, we've had a very good and interesting candlestick closure. You guys can see we formed an inside bar. It's a candlestick formation on the bullish side, and because of this and other confluences, which is obviously we are in an uptrend overall, I do expect price to continue to push towards the upside, and because of that, my bias will be bullish for the week ahead. Dropping down lower on the daily time frame, we can see that again the overall trend is bullish. However, recently we started to consolidate, and then afterwards we started a bearish market structure with the highs over here. Just quickly draw this out. So we had a consolidation right here, and then afterwards we started to have a bearish market. So you guys can see right here, we had a high, and then we had a lower low, lower high, and lower low. So obviously we'd be expecting a retracement, but because I have a bullish bias, I do expect price to continue to push towards the upside and essentially invalidate this bearish market structure on the daily time frame. Obviously there are some confluences we need to confirm before that can occur. So now that we have a bullish bias, we're going to drop down lower on the 4-hour time frame, and then again we see bearish market structure being formed. However, our bias is bullish, so we are going to be patient and wait for certain things to line up and confirm before we execute this buy position. One of the things is we need this level of support / resistance to be broken. As of right now, we can see price is struggling to break above. We just closed above it, but then immediately we had a bearish candlestick to just come back below. So what we need is this level of zone to be respected and to be broken above. So you guys can see previously it has been respected right here, where we had a huge bearish sell-off over here, and then it was at this exact price point where price decided to come back up and have that bullish reaction. And same thing over here as well. Price climbed back up to this level, and then immediately we had a huge sell-off. Now I'm expecting price to continue to push towards the upside, break above, retest, and then continued push towards 1.35, which is going to be our weekly target for this week. So I'm just gonna put this level right over here, 1.35. So right over here is where I expect price to reach. Okay, if price continues to push up higher, that's going to be our next target. Now, dropping down lower on the 1-hour time frame, what we would need is price to have a strong bullish reaction going away from our resistance. What I mean by that is we need price to have a strong bullish push towards the upside, and then once we have that, then we can confirm that price is now ready to continue to push towards the upside. And for our entry, we wait for price to come down to retest, and then from here we'd be looking for a buy with our target set at 1.35. So it would be looking something like this. We would enter somewhere over here once price had this bullish reaction and I was coming back down to retest. We would retest right over here. Target's going to be there. Stop loss is going to be somewhere around this region, just below these wick lows. And this would be a nice 1-to-5 risk reward ratio, or a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio, depending on how much pips we want to risk. And this right here would be an amazing setup on USD CAD. The second setup I want to share with you guys is on GBP JPY. Now, starting off on the weekly time frame, we can see that there has been a bullish engulfing being formed, respecting that 166 region. And if you guys have been already in my Telegram, you guys know how important this level is for GJ right now. You guys can see 166 is right over here. Quickly mark this up for you guys. And it has been acting as an extremely strong level of resistance, and now is acting as a level of support. And if I was to just put this on, you guys can see we broke above, we came back below, and then immediately we came back above. So I expect price to continue to push towards the upside. So my bias for the week on GBP JPY is going to be bullish. Dropping down lower on the daily time frame, we can find more confluences to help with that bullish bias. You guys can see if I was just go on the line chart, we have a nice bullish market structure being formed. You guys can see right here, lower low, lower high, higher low right here, and then a higher high. Now currently we're in that retracement phase, but I do expect price to continue to make that next impulsive move to make that new higher high. Now, because now that we've confirmed that market structure is towards bullish as well, we can then use our Fibonacci tool from the low up to the high right here, and we can see that price perfectly came back down to our 61.80%, tapped our 71% entry Fibonacci, and then it continued to have that bullish reaction towards the upside. So I expect price to continue to push up higher. But dropping down lower on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that there is some levels that price needs to respect before we can look to enter this trade. So you guys can see right over here, right at that 166 level, we have this level of support that price needs to break above and respect before we can continue to before we can find that entry point. So you guys can see price did break above, and now it's having that bullish reaction. Well, what I would want is I would want price to just come back up into this region, come back down to 166 right here, retest it, and then from here we can look for that bullish reaction that we are expecting. And for our target, is going to be set at right over here for the week, right at this region. 167.300 is going to be our target right there. So what I would expect dropping down lower on the 1-hour time frame is for price to come back down, retest, and then from here we can look to enter our trade, and it would look something like this. So we'd be risking around 30 pips to 25 pips. Price would come back down, reject, and then we would hold this position until our take profit is met, or when I feel like it is appropriate to enter and exit this trade. Okay, so this is going to be a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. The last setup I want to share with you guys is on Euro JPY. So starting off on the weekly time frame, similarly to GBP JPY, it has been holding this nice level of resistance right over here, which has been pretty critical for Euro JPY, and that's going to be at 143.500. Now similarly, because we are continuously holding this bullish trend right here, I do expect price to continue to push towards the upside. When we go down lower on the daily time frame, we can see bullish market structure being formed as well. You guys can see, let me just quickly mark it out for those that need to see it. Right here we have a low in the market, then we have a higher high, a higher low, a new higher high, and our price is currently retracing, but I do expect that next impulsive move to occur towards the upside. Now what we need on Euro JPY is similar to what we need on GBP JPY, because they are both yen pairs. We want this level of support to hold. Okay, so we want this region right here to hold. Right over here we want price to come back down and hold this level of support, and once we're able to confirm this level of support to be holding, we can then look for that bullish reaction towards the upside, and our target on this is going to be somewhere around this region right here for Euro Yen, and we can target a nice beautiful move on this as well, and we'll be looking for around 146.0 to be met. Our stop loss will be somewhere around this region. Same thing, 25 to 30 pip risk, and this would give us a nice 1-to-4 risk reward ratio as well. Thank you all for watching my video, and I'll be leaving the Telegram link in my description. Join now, because I'll be updating these setups and I'll be sending out a signal when I feel it is good and safe to enter the market, and I don't want you guys to miss out. All right, so make sure to join that link, and I'll see you